ka man ngayon, pinala ng pagkakataon, nag-iisang humarap sa hamon, at hindi uurong. Kahit nasa malayo ka, saan mang panig ng daigdig, tinig mo'y makakarating. Pakikinggan ang iyong hiling, ang Tinig Pinoy, karamay mo. Kahit saan dako ng mundo, isang mithiin, isang hangarin, marinig ang tinig natin. Ugali nating kinagisnan, mula nooy nagtutulungan. Pilipino ay nagkakaisa, sa ibang bansa ay magkakasama. Isigaw sa buong mundo, nang marinig ang tinig mo. Tinig natin ay pagsasamahin, tagumpay ay magkakamit. Ang Tinig Pinoy, karamay mo. Kahit saan dako ng mundo, isang mithiin, isang hangarin, marinig ang tinig natin. Ugali nating kinagisnan, mula nooy nagtutulungan. Pilipino ay nagkakaisa, sa ibang bansa ay magkakasama.
This is TINIG PINOY.
Tinig Pinoy, Tinig Pinoy.
Isang mapagpalang Sabado po ng umaga ang sana'y sumating lahat. Gabi siyempre dyan sa mga nasa Asia, particularly sa ating mahal na bansang Pilipinas. Kayo po ay nanonood at nakikinig ngayon sa Tinig Pinoy Special Edition. Ngayon po ay ika-4 ng Nobyembre taong 2023. I think it's only about 51 days before Christmas. So I hope yung mga ninong dyan nag-uumpisa ng maganda ng para sa kanilang mga ihados. Huwag po kayong mawawala kasi yung iba dyan namumundok no? Para lang maiwasan yung pagmimit nila ng kanilang mga inana. I hope naririnig po ninyo ako ng maliwanag ngayon. It's a beautiful weather here in Ottawa and I'm excited because I am surrounded by 4 beautiful people. Okay, isa-isahin po natin yan. Let's bring on screen our lady host and program director, Regina Sosing. Magandang umaga po, Aling Regina.
Magandang umaga po, Kuya Dan, at magandang umaga, hapon sa mga katinig natin all over the world.
Yan. So, Regina, samahan mo ako in introducing one by one our guest for today. Yan. Unahin po natin ang ating lady from MeryAnn Spa, no other than MeryAnn Jamil.
Hi,
So,
MeryAnn.
MeryAnn, kalahati lang ng beautiful face mo nakikita natin.
Move ka ng konti. The other side.
There you go. Oh, sumobra.
I have to move the chair.
Yeah.
Yun.
So, yan. Okay, well, thank you, MeryAnn. There you are. Okay.
Perfect.
Maraming salamat po for honoring us with your presence this morning.
My pleasure.
Yeah, Regina, you have something to tell our listeners and viewers about MeryAnn.
Kuya Dan, ako kasi tuwang-tuwa ako. Parang we would like to put a spotlight on women entrepreneur.
Correct.
And MeryAnn is one of our women entrepreneur in Ottawa, Canada. And sa mga nakikinig ngayon today, Kuya Dan, we are celebrating this year our 31st year anniversary at CKCU 93.1 FM. And this is our last Tuesday of funding drive. So this show will be aired again at CKCU 93.1 FM on Tuesday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Right.
Now, back to MeryAnn. Kaya tuwang-tuwa po ako kay MeryAnn, Kuya Dan. I had been seeing her for many years for my facial. And what I have, I thought we should highlight women entrepreneur, and MeryAnn is one of them. So MeryAnn, first tell us, how did you start with your company?
Oh, this goes back way almost 20 years, if not 20 years ago. Um, you know what? It's just started by, as you know, Filipinos, well, I'm not sure if it's a good thing to say or not good thing to say. We're vain. We love beauty,
Not
And
to
as a young girl growing up, honestly, I'm always just fascinated to see, whether young, old, uh, men, women who have beautiful skin,
right.
and put a pause on that. And then when I won't really just I won't tell the rest of my story, but just to give you some background, when I came to Canada, my husband, my late ex-husband, asked me, what do I want? Do you want to work, in the office, or continue working like in the Philippines, like a secretary or clerical work, And I said, no, I'm done with schooling.
Uh,
So he said, so what do you like to do? What do you remember you like to do when you were, or what you would hope you would do when you were younger? What's your dream, when as you, I mean, as a, like, as a young kid, what you were hoping to be like, to become? And I said, I always want to be a flight attendant. And I said, but with my height, I don't think I would have any luck with that.
you can guess your height.
Yeah, so I said, no, I can't. So I said, but I remember before when I was little, I think I'd like to do skincare, like to help people achieve good, beautiful skin. And
Mm,
put that aside, I said, I would also like to discover everything that what entails as to how to have naturally beautiful skin, like just even for me,
right. Yes.
And yeah, I went to school, and the rest was just history. And here I am,
Beautiful
doing my own
story.
business.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Ngayon, I don't think Regina mentioned the name of your spa. So
Mm-hmm.
it goes with your very name, I understand. It's MeryAnn Spa. Okay. And it's located along Bronson Avenue between Gladstone and
Yeah,
Somerset.
it's off Gladstone and Somerset along
There you
Bronson
go.
Avenue.
So doon po sa mga nanonood dyan, lalo na po yung mga, sabi nga, dinescribe kanina ni Marian, ang mga Pilipino are vain. Kasama ako dyan dapat eh. Sayang, hindi ko nakilala si Marian. No? Sana gumanda ako.
Not too late, Kuya Dan.
Yeah.
Ito ang magandang pinag-usapan minsan namin, Kuya Dan, kasi marami na tayong nakikita dyan na yung mga nagbo-botox, mga ganyan, ano. And MeryAnn is a huge proponent on natural aging, which
Oh,
means,
nice.
so she believes na yung facial would help in your natural aging.
Okay.
At saka, para kasi instead na magbo-botox ka or kung ano mang mga filler sa mukha, if
Mhm.
you take care of your skin properly and have
Mm-hmm.
a proper skin routine,
Mhm.
you will not need that. So
Nice.
explain some more, Mary, and why MeryAnn Spa is the best place to be when
Mm-hmm.
you're having your facial.
Well, that's a very good question. I was actually hoping you would ask me that, because I think we all need enlightenment, And what I'm going to say, it's not a secret. We all know this, but sometimes we just get carried away by what we see online on social media. We forget, the real essence, of, for example, what we need to do to just stay healthy, because it's all about health, And people don't realize that, we chase, like, oh, so and so is doing this, I need to do that. Like, oh, Botox is the new anti-aging and it prevents you from aging. Like, it's never true. You do your own research. It never will never prevent you from aging, because you know what, it's inevitable. We cannot really prevent that. So, but what we can do is delay, and I always say this. And the key is really just diet and sleep. it's very important. And then you can complement that if you're living a healthy lifestyle by seeing someone to go and get a regular facial, a skincare, and
Mhm.
having a good skincare regimen at home that you do every single day, whenever you can, every single day. So for me, that's the most thing I could really advise to everyone. And yeah, just focus on what you eat, exercise, and sleep, and then, have a good, healthy routine. And, facial once in a while would get you there.
That's nice. MeryAnn, help me understand exactly what people expects in a place like MeryAnn Spa. Anong meron dyan? Kasi
Mm-hmm.
ako, understanding ko ng spa masyadong limited eh.
Mm-hmm.
Kakakala ko yung spa, yung mga nagpapa-pedicure lang, mga nagpapa-manicure lang.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what is there to expect sa MeryAnn Spa?
Well, it depends because there's many spas that specialize different things, But
Okay.
for me, because I'm holistic, my approach is holistic, and
Okay.
it all covers. Let's say, again, it's all about maintenance and being consistent because we know consistency is the key, right? So, but when you go and you get a facial and you visit my place, what you could expect is you enter, in a very calming environment, nurturing environment.
Mhm.
And, when you lie down, your bed is heated, very comfortable with,
Wow.
with music, playing
Right.
soft music. And then there's aroma. The room would be infused with beautiful aromas so that, right there, it suits you. It's very calming. And then of course the product that I use is, everyone knows Aveda is the number one, I would say, the most safe product because it's organic. It's
Mhm.
There's less likely that someone will get a reaction. So very nurturing environment, very, soothing, very natural treatment, along with like very stress focus on stress relieving massage techniques. So all that combined, we're really not just focusing on the skin, but also on your well-being, reconnecting within your own self again.
Mhm.
So you feel rejuvenated and good, not just because you've had a facial, but
Right.
it goes from head to toe,
Oh, okay.
So
Beautiful. Now I can say I'm better informed as far as MeryAnn Spa is all about. Now, may pag-asa pa ba yung mga kalalakihan katulad ko?
oh,
Do you
anyone.
get clients like me?
Of course, anyone can start looking after their, skin and have their skincare journey. Any age, because skin is the whatever you do. If you give the skin the environment, it will flourish. It will blossom.
Ah,
Yeah, there's no age limit.
alam mo, Regina, nalulungkot ako kasi we will soon have MeryAnn leaving us after a few more minutes. Napakarami pa lang po pwedeng pag-usapan at mga
Mm-hmm.
importanteng bagay tungkol sa, sa enhancement ng ating looks and feel.
Yes.
Hindi lang yung halimbawa yung
Hindi lang
kilay.
superficial.
Yeah, hindi lang
Mhm.
superficial. It's beautiful. So, mga kababayan na nanonood ngayon sa kasalukuyan, kung hindi pa po ninyo alam, si MeryAnn Jamil po ay isang Pilipina. Okay, although hindi pa siya nagkasalita ng Tagalog,
Oh,
siya po ay taga Mindanao, taga Makilala, North Cotabato.
Bisayag dako po. Bisayag
Bisaya.
sayang nako.
unsa.
Yeah. So, MeryAnn, before you leave us, perhaps you would like to invite our kababayan to see and try
Mhm.
and work with you,
Yeah.
to enhance their biological and
Mhm.
I don't know whatever. Okay.
Yes. Absolutely. Yes, for everyone, I'd like to, invite you to, even if you're not here in Ottawa, in Canada, you can write to me. My email is contact MeryAnn@gmail.com, and you can send me any questions. If you need help, I would gladly, give you, insights, advice as to how I can help you and we can make your skin better.
Okay. Is there a website for MeryAnn Spa?
Oh, yes, true. I have my website is maryanspa.com. So
Okay.
you can read everything you need to know. And again, You can send me a text for everyone here in Ottawa. My number is 613-447-5727. And I welcome everyone to shoot me a message if you have any questions or any help. I'm always here to help. I love giving people advice because sometimes, people can't really go to spas because their
Right.
budget don't allow it.
Mhm.
But I'm here to just give you practical tools on how to actually, make your skin feel like, to make your skin like improve the quality, enhance, because there's many ways. It's not just buying products, expensive products. There's all kinds of ways which I can help.
And
Beautiful.
Kuya Dan,
Yes.
just I know we have 2 minutes remaining before MeryAnn has to go. As an entrepreneur, MeryAnn, there's a lot of challenges. We all know that. Kuya Dan knows that. But in 1 minute, can you tell us like your advice to those who dream to be an entrepreneur like you? Like, what would be your top one advice? Like, how can they
Mhm.
go through with all the challenges?
Yeah. For me, first of all, just follow your passion. Do something that you love, because when you do something from your heart, I think it's a very good place to start, and there's challenges, there's always, obstacles, but, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. We all can do it. I know it's easy to say, but if you just keep believing in yourself, keep working hard and to achieve your dream, it will come and it will happen.
Very good advice. Maraming salamat po. Now, can potential clients make appointments online, MeryAnn?
Oh yeah, they can book an appointment via the website, or they can also send me a text. There's ways, or email if they prefer that. But on the website, it's easier because they can choose the time that's more convenient to them. So
Right.
they
At
can also.
napakadali pong tandaan ng kanyang website. It's MeryAnnSpa.com. It cannot be easier than that. So
Yes.
dalawin po niyo yung website ng ating bisita ngayon, si MeryAnn Jamil, originally from Makilala, North Cotabato. It's been a wonderful 15 minutes. Unfortunately, yun lang po ang time na available si MeryAnn for today. But we're hoping, MeryAnn, na isang beses bisitahin mo kami muli dito sa TINIG Pinoy
Of
para naman
course.
mas marami tayong mapag-usapan.
MeryAnn, are you still good for us to be one of our judges on November 18?
Oh yes, I'm
Okay,
fine.
she's coming back November 18 as one of our judges on the
Yes, I
Filipino
forgot
Garden.
to message you, but I can be there.
There you go.
Okay,
You
good.
then.
Doon po sa mga nagnanais na may malaman pa kayo tungkol sa MeryAnn Spa at tungkol sa ating bisita ngayon, ang tabayanan po ninyo sa November, anong petsa ngayon?
18
November
po.
18 po. November 18 ay muli natin siya makakasama bilang isa sa mga hurado or judges ng ating ongoing Calendar Girl for the month of November. Malapit na po ang Grand Finals. Kaya subaybayan ninyo kami.
I
Again,
look
MeryAnn,
forward to it.
yes, it's been a wonderful pleasure having you today. Maraming salamat po and all the best to MeryAnn Spa.
Same here. Thanks for having me. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
You're
Voice of
welcome.
Ayan. Have a
Thanks
great
again.
Yes.
day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
And
At
that
yan po si MeryAnn
MeryAnn.
Jamil ng MeryAnn Spa. Yan ay makikita, yung kanyang studio po, makikita yan dito between Gladstone and Somerset alongside or along Bronson Avenue. Medyo full pack po ang ating programa ngayong araw na ito. Kaya hindi muna tayo magraran ng ating roleta paswerte. Okay? Kasi may iipit po yung ating mga visitors, ating guests. We still have on TINIG Pinoy Special Edition coming up from the Capital Memorial Home. Ang haba kasi nung tayo, nakakalimutan ko lagi paano introduce. Yung pong funeral director nila, isang kababayan din, Madelaine Maguire, will be joining us pretty soon. And also, the representative from Philippine Center Canada, Melanie Radovan, is also coming up and talking to us about the upcoming Youth Civic Engagement Lab. Diyan lang po kayo, huwag kayo maalis. Meanwhile, Regina, I think we should at least talk about the ongoing
Mm-mm.
CKCU
Funding drive.
funding drive.
Opo, Kuya Dan. Alam niyo po ba, so this is Kuya Dan's 31st year of funding drive. No, Kuya Dan?
Yes, it
Um,
is.
it is, and that this is going to be my 23rd funding drive.
Wow.
Opo. So, ang good news, Kuya Dan, first, doon sa mga bago nating tagapakinig, if they don't know anything about CKCU funding drive, so, ang aming pong father station, CKCU 93.1 FM, kung saan Tinig Pinoy had been there for 31 years, um, sa for us hosting at Tinig Pinoy, Kuya Dan and me and everyone at Tinig Pinoy are all volunteers. Wala po kaming bayad. When we bring you over to our shows, hindi rin po kayo nagbabayad. So everyone that comes free of charge po. But once a year, humihingi po kami ng tulong sa inyo to help CKCU 93.1 FM on their funding drive. So this money goes directly to CKCU 93.1 FM. And dyan po nila kinukuha ang pang-operating expense po ng buong radio station. O kaya hindi tayo makikita nyo hindi kami nagpapabayad. Everyone here and the entire year ay libre po ang ating ginagawa usually. So there are, unless you want to have a special ad, then you deal with CKCU as well. On that note, Kuya Dan, ang kagandahan po doon sa mga magbibigay, maliban po sa if you give $25 or more, you have automatic nare-receive nyo kaagad yung inyong tax receipt. And meron din po mga papremyo, Kuya Dan, kung magbigay ka ng at least $75, you have a chance to win a $300 package. And this is really great. So every day meron po silang draw na ganyan. Samut-sari po na mga mga pa-preview po sila meron. So thank you so much, and that's CKCU 93.1 FM. Kung hindi pa po kayo nagbigay ng pagkakataon to donate, look at it this way. The lahat ng ibang mga radio stations, because they are commercialized, so you have to pay. For CKCU, hindi po siya commercialized. So everyone at CKCU na mga host na katulad namin are volunteer work. So this is a community organization, community show. So yun po. So it's our time to give back to CKCU. Kuya Dan. Naka-mute po kayo. Kuya Dan, naka-mute po kayo. Okay. Kaya pala sabi ko, si Kuya Dan, ba't kaya ako hinahayaan ako lang magsalita?
Kasi medyo kumakati yung throat ko. So, iwasan kong ano. Anyways, katulad po na nabanggit ni Regina, ang Tinig Pinoy po ay naririnig ninyo, have been on your ears for the last 31 years because of CKCU. Okay, they accepted us without conditions and never charged us, not even a single cent, for using their facilities. And you know that CKCU is the oldest campus radio station all over Canada. And our reach, our bandwidth is so strong, we are heard practically all over the National Capital Region. Okay? So it's about time po na pay back ng konti ang community. So on their behalf, kami po ay nagre-raise ng funds para sa kanila. Katulad na nabanggit ni Regina, not a single cent goes to Tinig Pinoy Radio when you make your donation. Lahat po ng perang yan ay pupunta sa CKCU to ensure that CKCU is able to provide and sustain quality and unique programming katulad ng Tinig Pinoy Radio. So, kung kayo po ay willing na mag-donate, either check our Facebook page, nandun po yung link, or let us know. Okay, and I will send you a link to the funding page. O kaya po, bisitahin ninyo ang ckcufm.com. Meron po doon, click lang ninyo yung donate button, and then it will bring you to the donation page. And there, choose Tinig Pinoy as the show you're supporting, and then put your donation. It doesn't matter kahit magkano pong amount. Although from 25, meron tax receipt. At 75, you get a chance to win a package worth $300. Every day po yun.
Every day,
merong premium available sa mananalo. Okay. So, there goes our pitch for CKCU's Funding Drive 2023. Meanwhile, let's bring on screen and join us in our program two beautiful ladies. Unahin po natin ang funeral director ng ng Capital Homes and Cemetery, no other than our very good friend, Madelaine Maguire. Good morning, Miss Madelaine.
Good morning po.
Yan.
Magandang
Kumusta ka
umaga.
na
Good
po?
morning.
Ayan. Sabi ko, kumusta ka na po?
I wish it's warm outside, but
It
it's
is warm.
yeah.
We look cold though.
Akala ko kakanta na siya eh. Yung kanta na something about outside na
Yeah.
Dina noon, babe, it's snowing or something. Anyway, hello Madeleine, welcome back. Kami po ay natutuwa. Si Madeleine, Kuya Dan, if we didn't really had a chance to thank you for all the hard work you did for the Philippine Independence Picnic, and from the bottom of our hearts, maraming salamat po. You and Rowena, you did so much work for the community, and we thank you so much for that.
Well, don't forget to mention the manager of Capital Homes, si Nuno, na naging guest na rin natin dito sa TINIG PINOY Radio. This couple, these people have been very supportive of our community. Their generosity holds no bounds, and we are truly appreciative of that. So si Madeleine po kasama natin dito ngayon kasi pag-uusapan natin yung special celebration ng isang tradisyon na ginaganap ng ating mga kababayan. Hindi lang sa Pilipinas, but here, because of Capital Homes, meron din tayong UNDAS. Yan. So, Madeleine, bago yan, let's bring on screen also another guest, Melanie Radovan, the official representative of Philippine Center Canada. Hello, Melanie. Oh, nakamute ka yata. Hindi ka namin naririnig. Uh-oh.
Mute pa din.
We're suddenly having some problems. We're not hearing you, Melanie. Yeah, sayang, naayos na natin kanina ito. We did some system check. Can you check on your end, Melanie, what's happening? We can't hear you.
So while Melanie, while we are trying to get Melanie's sound, I'm going to talk to Madeleine.
Her mic is on. Okay,
Yeah.
there's something wrong there. Melanie, I would suggest that, hindi, naka-off ka yung mic mo, naka-mute ka.
Wala pa
Okay,
din.
wala pa din, Melanie. Okay, that's not good. Okay, may I suggest that you restart your device and then connect again? I think that will solve the problem. Okay, so hanggat nagre-restart po si Melanie, yan ang problema kung minsan, we can never tell yung mga ganitong nangyayari. Suddenly, technical glitch can happen. So, Madeleine, down. Ang tawag ng mga Kapampangan sa UNDAS, daon. Tama ba yan? Daon. Yeah. So, Madeleine, tell us about UNDAS and what's happening tomorrow sa Capital Homes.
Yeah, so UNDAS po, isa sa mga kaugalian ng mga Pilipino where families and friends are united once again during like every November 1st, like from like back home from different provinces, like families, relatives, friends, they all meet together in front of their beloved loved ones, right? Yung mga nasa cemetery. We have flowers, candles, sometimes like here in the office, they can't believe that we'll have picnic in front of the graveyard. And so it's like, you're kidding, Maddie. Last year, we celebrated the first UNDAS, and when I proposed it, and on the proposal, it's included picnic. And it's just like, you're kidding. No, I'm not. It's part of the tradition, actually. And I didn't even added there yung we played cards, we played hide and seek, we actually do some video sometimes and drink. It's not even included in there. Imagine if I included those kinds of tradition to part of the celebration. So again, this is our second year. Capital Funeral Homes and Cemetery is hosting the second year of UNDAS. It will be held at the funeral home. We will have our traditional merienda, pastries, like from our fellow Filipino, our kababayans cuisine. So they will supply all those goodies. And then from 5 p.m., we will have candles to light and float them in the pond behind the funeral home. So we'll say our prayers, and then we'll celebrate it with those candles. Yung parang lotus candles, they're biodegradable. We'll float them in the pond as part of the celebration.
Okay. Madeleine, mahinto kita dyan, May nagtatanong dito sa akin, meron daw po bang misa mamaya, bukas?
No, wala po. So if you want to actually join the mass, please go see. I celebrated at Assumption Church, yung 12
Mhm.
o'clock na misa. And
Okay.
then after ng misa sa Assumption, you can actually go and travel to Capital Funeral Homes.
I see. So,
Mhm.
ini-sponsor ninyo yung misa sa Assumption bukas. So, people
Yeah,
can
like
go there.
hindi naman po sponsor, pero usually every Sunday po kasi may
Yeah,
12 o'clock na misa. Yeah.
Right. So,
that's a
okay.
good idea.
So, ulitin po natin yung sinabing activities na naghihintay sa ating lahat dyan sa Capitol Memorial. Actually, I should be using Himlayang Filipino Garden. Tama ba yun? Mas appropriate?
Yes, so the Himlayan Garden is now officially open. So like if you want to reserve your spot, please contact me. You can have your family estate. It's actually like exclusive for the Filipino community. So we can continue like our tradition like this UNDAS. So it's to actually like prepare your family, your survivors for future stress, not to mention financially burdened.
Okay. So, nangyayari po, UNDAS happens because there is now a Himlayang Filipino Garden. Kasi alam naman ninyo, the Filipinos are steeped into tradition of celebrating the dearly departed, di po ba? Although ito'y namana natin sa mga Mexicans, yung Dia de los Muertos nila. Pero iba ang selebrasyon ng Filipino, unique talaga. And for that, bukas po, maasahan ninyo, doon sa Filipino Memorial, Himlayang Filipino Garden, isi-celebrate ang ating UNDAS. And katulad ng selebrasyon ng UNDAS sa bansa, meron pong maraming mga mangyayari. Kasama na po dyan yung napakasarap na merienda, courtesy of Madelaine Maguire. Okay, so from 2 to 4, yung po yung para magkukondin tayo doon, di ba? Yung,
Yeah, MeryAnn.
Yeah. So, konting networking, konting social, at saka yung masarap na merienda. And then at 5 o'clock, ito yung gusto kong mag-zero in, Madelaine. Itong yung magla-light tayo ng candle, pagkatapos ilalagay sa pond. So para bang boat yon, para maliit na...
Yeah, they're like lotus candles, Tito,
Okay.
and they will float. It's biodegradable, they will melt afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So kasama na doon, pag ipinaanod natin doon sa pond, doon sa tubig ng pond, yung kandila, sasamahan na natin ng dasal para sa ating mga namayapang minamahal.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And
I can imagine how beautiful it is. I can
Yeah.
imagine how beautiful it's gonna be.
yeah,
I'm
I'm
sure.
hoping that a lot of people will come and introduce that tradition to the present generation, especially yung sa mga kabataan and like those youth and children who are born and raised here in Canada. Please, let's not stop that tradition. Let's continue it. Kasi you don't want to have it like in the future for your own self na walang bibisita sa inyo. And it's
Right.
actually good for the future generation. To yung mga magkakapatid, magpipinsan, they will meet together every November 1st or every UNDAS.
At yan ay nangyayari lamang dahil merong Himlayang Filipino Garden.
Yes.
Yun yung lahat po ng mga ng mga puntod doon, if I can use the word puntod, Filipino, populated by Filipino who have departed. Kaya we will be celebrating UNDAS in the midst or in the company of our kababayan. Okay,
Right.
so walang problema.
Yeah, if I may add, Tito, like Ate Reg, during those 2 to 4 hours, elderlies, please share your experience kung paano ang UNDAS back home. And then share the stories of your beloved, your ancestors, your beloved loved ones. Halimbawa, si lolo mo, ganito, ganyan, like when he was alive. So those memories will just like continue being remembered every year. So yun yung 2 to 4, that's the essence of like the 2 to 4 while having merienda. You talk to the younger generation about their ancestors, about their lolo and lolas who are departed. Kasi yun lang talaga ang purpose dun para maalala natin sila. Not just because we want to go there to eat and have a drink. It's
Right.
also to remember our loved ones.
Yeah. That's essentially what we do during UNDAS, to celebrate the lives of those who have left us. Like it's our way of honoring and remembering their contributions and their lives. So isang magandang tradisyon na sana ay mapagpatuloy natin lagi dito sa ating Kalakhang, Ottawa. Yan. At
Isa pang
salamat.
maganda
Go ahead. Go ahead. Please.
Isa pang maganda doon, Kuya Dan, sa mangyayari bukas is that yung pagkukwento na yan is another skill and talent actually to
Mhm.
tell how to tell story, and if we can pass it on to the next generation is a very good idea. Makita natin sa First Nations, 'di ba? That's one of their greatest skills, I would say. They know how to tell the story.
Right.
And before all this technology, we used to always tell stories. I mean, I was one of those. I always loved to listen. I would sit down, and if there's any elder that would tell stories, and I just love hearing all those stories.
Mhm.
And that's how we learn how to tell stories, by
Right.
listening from other people telling stories.
Yeah. And it's
Well,
fascinating, ate.
okay.
Yeah, it's actually fascinating. Like growing up, pag nasa harap ako ng Pinoy, which I never met my grandfather, but it's like I know him so well. Kaya minsan, I will tell my son, Dylan, your lolo will raid the carabao at the farm, and like at 4 a.m., he's gonna wake up and, and deliver some vegetables in the market. Like as if I know him so closely, but it's just all those stories growing up. But he was like a part of us because of those stories.
Mhm. Nagkaka-goosebumps ako just listening to
I
this.
know, right?
Ah.
Yeah.
So siguro, like I'm happy that you guys, you ladies, have brought this up. Perhaps it would be a nice thing to do and document what happens tomorrow. Is there someone who can do the documentation? When I said documentation, makukuhanan po ng video
Video
for posterity.
photo.
And also we will share it dito sa TINIG Pinoy Radio, yung mga ganitong mga bagay na mangyayari. Wow, that would be nice. Okay, well, meron dapat tayong kasama dito and hopefully naayos na ang kanyang system. So Melanie Radovan, let's bring her on stage right now. Hello,
Yay!
Melanie. How are you? Oh my God, wala pa rin tayong boses.
Oh.
What happened?
Kung tanggalin na lang po kaya yung headphone mo.
Tanggalin mo yung headphone mo, Melanie.
And just don't use the
Unplug
headphone.
it. Unplug it from the device.
Maybe she has to choose yung sound niya in
Right.
the settings. In the
Mhm.
settings under the sound, maybe you can choose the computer. Are you using computer? Maybe you can choose the one from the computer or the default one.
Mhm.
Oh, kasi parang may naririnig ako sa kanila eh. Oh, hindi lang lumalabas yung kanyang sound.
There's like a
Yeah.
small voice there.
Oo. Yung volume mo kaya naka-on?
We
Magre-research
were
yan.
good earlier before we started the program. I don't know what happened. Was something touched? Was something changed on the
Hindi
settings?
naman. Huminga lang siya, Kuya Dan. Yun lang ang nangyari.
Alam ko may problema ng konti sa dahil may konting colds si Melanie. She was worried about about that condition. Pero okay na siya ngayon eh. And
Oo.
meron siyang private chat dito.
Una ulit.
Nothing
Hi.
changed, sabi niya.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Melanie. I think, Kuya Dan, yung source ng sound. So if she goes to setting in
Yeah.
StreamYard, you have to pick a speaker or a sound
Mhm.
for your mic. Try mo kaya, Melanie.
Try to reconnect. Click mo uli yung link and then meron dong tinatanong siya kung you have to enable both your mic
Yes.
and your cam. Obviously, your cam is on, but your mic is not. So, okay.
Or we can
He's
switch
trying.
PC to
Mic is enabled, sabi niya. But why is the sound not coming up? We were good earlier when we were chatting prior to the show. Okay. Well, okay. Meron tayong private chat dito. Let me try again, sabi niya.
Okay, so while Kuya Dan and Melanie are trying to figure out the sound, Kuya Dan, I'll continue and talk with
Okay.
Madelaine here. So you were speaking earlier, Madelaine, about yung financial burden. Sa mga katinig natin, sa atin sa Pilipinas, nagiging mahal na rin kasi ang magpalibing. But before, hindi masyado, kailangan mo lang ng yung mga wood, di ba? So anyway, dito sa Ottawa, dito sa Canada, napakamahal. Minsan naabuti ka ng 15,000. pag namatayan ka, where do you get this money? And so you actually have some programs that can help prepare you financially. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, like we actually like help people who are in their pensions and their disability, or like in their paid, like monthly payments too. So we have like some packages that we can do so, and we can help you with that one. And you can start with just the land and then followed by Lapida. You don't need to have the whole package. So you just need to call us and then book
Oh.
an appointment for a full assessment, depending on what you can afford and
Mhm,
what you want to do first. Of course, like especially for other people who has to pay rent, they have to pay
mhm,
car mortgage or so. So
mm.
then we can actually like have a good plan for you. So you don't have to have the whole package all at once.
Naku, magandang ano 'to, magandang point 'to. Kasi, nag-inquire na ako 'di ba, Melanie, Madeline. So, puwede pala 'yun kasi mahal yung lapida, eh, it's about $5,000. Ay ayun, sige mag-usap tayo ulit. O
Yes.
puwede pala yung
Mhm.
very basic lang muna na talagang kailangan. O
Mhm.
kasi
Some people,
oo,
they want to do the whole package all at once, especially if you have
mm,
like reserve money or money for that specifically. But the
mm.
good thing about doing this in advance is like protecting the price of today, because
Right,
everything goes up like everything
oo,
else, diba?
oo,
And at the
mm.
same time, it's just like one phone call. Like for example, for me as a mom, if I lost my husband, for example, knock on wood, I just want to be
Husband
with
mo talaga ang example mo, ha?
yeah. Hindi, I don't want to use an example for like other
Oo,
people's lives.
oo.
So then I will just to be with my kids, and my vice versa, and my kids to be with me at that time. We just lost
Mm,
our loved one, for
mm,
example.
mm, mm.
Not instead of spending hours and hours in front of like
Maghahanap ka,
the
maghanap
funeral
ka,
plan, and then what am I
oo,
gonna do? Where will I have,
oo,
like, what am I gonna do next? Like what's the
oo.
next, the first part of all of this? So I have a lot of experience. They're lost, and sometimes the shock is
Mhm.
there.
Uy, oo, oo, totoo talaga 'yan. Okay, so, naku maganda 'to kasi ay ayan na si Melanie. Hi Melanie, can we hear you?
Hi.
There
Hi.
Yay!
you go.
Oh, Kuya
Yay!
Dan, okay let's do
Finally.
Kuya Dan, punta ka na dito Kuya Dan, wag mo kaming iwanan. Oh,
Yeah.
yun,
Okay.
Hello.
okay.
So I'm happy that Melanie has finally joined us. Okay. Melanie is here to let us know about the ongoing project of Philippine Center Canada. Melanie, tell us about Philcan Youth Civic Engagement Lab.
Lab.
Yung pala yun. Sorry.
Yeah, so first of all, magandang umaga, magandang gabi sa inyong lahat, sa mga tagapakinig ng TINIG Pinoy. So just to start, itong Filipino-Canadian Youth Civic Engagement Lab, this initially is, ang target po nito are Filipino-Canadians at first who are interested in civic engagement. So nagkaroon ng initiative ang Philippine Center Canada to support and nurture these talents, this interest ng ating Filipino-Canadian youth. And this project is funded by the Canada Service Corps. It has three components, itong project na to. First is yung skills development or awareness raising, which is what will happen next weekend, November 10 to November 12. Magkakaroon kami ng free na training workshop inviting youths. Not just now it's not just Filipino Canadians, but we opened it also to youths from visible minority groups and those who are also with refugee statuses. So yeah, so now they can apply. We have until November 5 for them to sign up for this training. So that's until tomorrow. In this training workshop, we will teach them on what is the importance of civic engagement, and also they will learn the fundamentals of project proposal making. Medyo intimidating for some yung concept ng civic engagement, but every time we are asked, we just say it's simply doing good. doing good to your community, doing good to others, and giving back to our communities, 'di ba? It's
Melanie,
yeah.
Melanie, ipinasa ko ang information na 'to sa maraming youth dito sa community.
Mhm.
Ang maraming ibinigay sa akin ay sabing gano'n, "Wala naman po akong project po na gagawin," or,
Okay.
so paano natin i-encourage sila kung
Mm.
sa ngayon, let's say, okay, I have zero idea on what I'm gonna
Yeah.
do.
Mm.
So are they still invited to attend?
Yes, yes. We only the only requirement is that you're 15 to 30 years old, you're either Filipino Canadian or visible minority, you're a resident of Ontario, and you are interested to learn about civic engagement. Kasi dito sa training workshop na to, tong upcoming namin na training workshop, we will teach you how to develop your civic engagement idea. It's not a requirement that you have a specific civic engagement idea or even a project proposal that's already available, or in the past kung meron kang track record of implementing civic engagement projects. No, not at all. We welcome even just mere interest.
May tanong si Rowena, is the attendance eligible for high school community service volunteer hours?
Yes, I was just about to get into that. Yes, it's countable as community hours. And just to continue, because after this training workshop, meron pa yung kadugtong na skills development, awareness raising sa aming component na yun ng project, which is another training workshop, just one day on November 18. The venue will be announced in our social media accounts, but that training workshop will be specific or will be focused on project proposal making. So itong project proposal making na to, ito na yung, if you're really interested to take your civic engagement idea to the next level, ito naman, tuturuan namin kayo how to put it into writing. So that in the future, if you want to pursue your project, pwede mong gamitin yung skills na matututunan mo dun sa workshop na yon to convince government agencies or potential benefactors even to finance your project. So hindi yeah.
Oh,
sorry.
Tuloy po.
Yeah,
Kuya
so
Dan, you are muted, Kuya Dan.
I was saying kanina na napakaganda ng programang ito kasi comprehensive talaga.
Yes.
It allows you to learn how to do civic engagement programs.
Yes.
Which you can benefit from, if you are a community leader, for example, kung pwede kang mag-start ng program to be funded by government, which is perfect, right?
Yes.
Kadalasan kasi yung logistics is an issue.
Yes.
So, Melanie, ito ay gaganapin from November 10 to 12.
Yes, the first training workshop on civic engagement will be on November 10 to 12 in Arn Prior, Ontario. They just need to sign up. Our QR code and the link to the application form is there sa ating Facebook page, Philippine Center Canada-Ottawa. It's also on our website, pcc-ottawa.ca. So, and if I may add, Kuya Dan, hindi lang kasi siya about civic engagement per se. But if you join our trainings, marami ka ring life skills na matututunan, and skills that you can apply also in your career. Your leadership skills, communication skills, critical thinking skills also. Making a project proposal requires critical thinking as well as writing skills, of course, and even patience and focus. Those things you will develop, and also confidence, because when you also someday, if you will pitch your project to someone, diba, kailangan mong maging confident also. And plus, your presentation. And you will also meet other like-minded youths. So you will also expand your network.
Right.
Diba? Maganda siya talaga kasi hindi na lang siya limited also to Filipino Canadians. But it's also a way for us to connect also with other visible minority groups. And make our presence felt here in Canada. Well, they, kasi hindi na ako youth. But
napakamahalaga nito, sana talaga subukan ng mga youth natin.
Yes.
Dahil, lalo na dito sa Canada, maraming funding available kung
Yes.
marunong ka lang magsulat ng project
Yes,
proposal.
correct. That's correct. That's correct. And just to take off from what you said, Ate Regina, so just going to the third stage nung YSEL or the Youth Civic Engagement Lab program, the third stage will be the micro grant phase. Which
Yun.
is,
Wonderful.
ito na yung opportunity that say you attended, you learned how to develop your civic engagement ideas, and then you learned how to write your project proposal. And then I want to take it again to the next level. I want funding now. So we'll help PCC, will facilitate that you apply your application with the Canada Service Corps, because Canada Service Corps will be giving a micro grant to deserving project proponents, youth project proponents. And it will be that money, I think it will not exceed $5,000 because it's just a micro grant, but that's seed money for you to start your project, and you will be the boss of your own project. So again, another added credential to you if you go to that until the micro grant phase and then you get selected. Kasi magkakaroon ka na ng project management, project implementation experience,
Right.
'di ba?
Yeah.
Maganda talaga siya. And of course, you help your community.
Importante yan. At lahat ng itong mga benepisyo itong binanggit ni Melanie ay mapapasa inyo kung kayo ay mag-join dito sa Engagement Lab Seminar Workshop na ito na libre. Wala po kayong babayaran.
Walang babayaran, libre po.
Libre, and you have a chance
Including
to
yung
get
transport.
funding afterwards. O, Kuya Dan?
Yeah.
Pumasok ka ng libre, paglabas mo, baka meron ka pang 5,000 grant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but to implement a project. But you know,
Of
the
course.
benefits though, it's priceless talaga. Lifelong skills, experiences, maybe friendships as well. So that's why we're really promoting this project. And you know, if I can share, kausap ko kahapon yung isang chaplain ng Ottawa Catholic School Board. Sabi niya, ang ganda ng project ninyo. You know, you're using government funds, libre pa, and the kids, the high school students in the schools, the high schools that he's handling, sinasabi daw nila na parang hindi sila makapaniwala na libre, you know, and then they'll complete their community hours, something like that. So he was really singing high praises about this project. So I really hope that our community, yung mga anak ninyo, mga pamangkin, neighbors ninyo, if you can encourage them, you still have until tomorrow to sign up. Just sign up. You have access to 3 great activities for this program.
Sabi ni Agwas Pagunsan, ang galing naman daw ng programang ito. Sana meron din doon sa kanila. I was about to say, Melanie, bukas being the deadline for submission of, actually nakalagay dito sa flyer ninyo, November 5 ang deadline ng application. Okay. Yep. So bukas siguro, you know, if you have available some sign-up materials or flyers that we can distribute during the UNDAS at the Capital Homes, maganda siguro ang oportunidad dyan. Para at least, kung mag-a-attend doon yung mga parents, yung mga lola, yung mga tiyahin, yung mga kabataang nasa high school ngayon, o age from 18 to 30, na po pwedeng maging beneficiaryo ng programang ito, po pwedeng ibigay natin doon, and then mapapirmahan nila at ma-submit sa PCC. Diba? Kasi malapit natin, bukas sa
bukas na po ang deadline. And we also have to tell everyone that we have limited slots also for this training. Meron pa kaming konting natitira. I think we still have about 10.
Oh, marami-rami pa yan. Marami-rami pa yan.
So, yeah, marami-rami pa rin yun. Yes, and I saw a question here. Is there a maximum number? Okay. Yeah, we're just targeting to train. Well, you know, we have to consider our budget. So, maximum of 35 participants. But as I mentioned, we still have about 10 slots.
Very good.
So, there's a selection process, of course. We'll select kung sino po yung mapipili para dun sa training workshop. But the micro grant part, I think we're gonna open it na. It's not just limited to those who participated in the 2 trainings, but if later on you have your own project, kahit na you did not undergo the trainings of PCC, will also open it to applicants, micro grant applicants.
That's
Mm-mm.
nice.
I like what
Regina,
they're doing, Kuya Dan.
Regina, wala ka pang 30 years old, so pwede ka pa mag-qualify.
Yun nga, Kuya Dan, gustong-gusto ko po talaga, oo, kasi ganito ho yun. So, nakikita natin na civic engagement if you just listen to what Melanie is saying, but I am looking at it as this is also like entrepreneurship.
Right.
Yeah.
Parang you're working on a non-for-profit group.
Yes.
It's the same
Yes.
idea. It's business.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And you
Yeah.
know what, Regina, it's not just kasi iba-ibang interest natin 'di ba? Pwedeng entrepreneurship, pwedeng music, pwedeng sports.
Yes.
You don't need to complicate it really kasi you can use your interest, your natural interest on things, your hobbies, even your education kung ano yung napag-aralan mo. You
Right.
can use that to come up with a civic engagement idea. It's not just limited kasi usually yung idea ng tao pag civic engagement is yung nagrarally, more on the political side, but no, there's so many ways you can express your community spirit.
Oo, parang gusto kong pumunta talaga, Kuya Dan.
That's nice. How about you, Madelaine? Do you have any questions or
Well, since
concerns?
it's like before you're 30, maybe I can register.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Kuya Dan and Regina, can I also announce some of the upcoming activities of PCC? Kasi
You sure
it's
can, please.
really a working organization for the Filipino-Canadian community. And so aside from the Youth Civic Engagement Lab, magkakaroon po ng workshop on legacy planning on
Okay.
November 11. So maganda siya for this is connected somehow dun sa pinopromote din sa business ni Madelaine. So while you're still alive, 'di ba? You have to plan already so that plan your how you will divide your estate, 'di ba? So maganda tong opportunity na to. It's gonna be on November 11. The venue we will announce on our social media. And then the next is learning on dementia. It will be on November 25. Learning on dementia in the elderly.
Okay.
So, 'di ba, yung how what do you call this? How can we deal with
Right.
dementia? Kasi
Yeah.
hindi mahirap din siyang to wrap your head around this concept and how to prepare for it. So I guess if you're starting to see signs dun sa iyong loved one na maybe this will be a good chance for you to understand how you can care for a patient, an elderly with dementia.
Regarding dementia
Mhm.
and how to recognize and attend to it, we actually, this TINIG PINOY Radio had this subject discussed,
Yeah.
and we had videos created for this purpose, also shared to our viewers and listeners. It is with, ano na nga ang pangalan nito? Si Princesa Orduja. She's the one that we
That was
had.
a beautiful
That was a
interview.
beautiful program, and it was
Yeah.
really, like nasa YouTube channel pa rin po ng TINIG Pinoy yan, kung interesado kayo. Pero ito pong sa PCC ay maganda uling initiative dahil mas malalaman natin kung ano ang nangyayari sa ating mga minamahal, halimbawa, and be living with people suffering from dementia.
Yes.
That's the program. So, napakarami ninyong magagandang programa dyan sa PCC.
Yes, Kuya Dan.
Bravo, PCC.
Congratulations, PCC.
Yeah. Thank you. But there's more, Kuya Dan and Ate Regina.
Okay.
So, we'll also have, so ito naman, medyo youth-oriented din. We'll
Okay.
have a photography workshop.
Okay.
Sali din ako.
But the photography workshop through art and music project, youth mental health through art and music project. So it's gonna be open for 13 to 30-year-olds. It will be on November 25. The venue will be announced. Also, just check our social media of PCC. And then there will also be an exhibit and showcase of youth art at the Ottawa Art Gallery on December 4. Again, the details of this exhibit and showcase of youth art, it will be on our social media. But what I know about this project is it's gonna be free.
Ah,
Pupunta ka lang sa Ottawa Art Gallery. I think there will be a registration also, but it's free. There will
right.
be food, there will be drinks, you'll see artwork, and I think there will also be poetry reading, something like that. So if you're artistically inclined, this will be a good way to spend a day.
Very good.
And
Excellent
yeah,
projects.
and then syempre magde-December na, so Christmas spirit nating mga Pinoy, well, nag-start na nung September. But we'll have the Paskong Pinoy on December 2 at the National Arts Center, and it's gonna be from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. It's a Christmas bazaar. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yan
so
yung gusto ko itanong sana.
uh,
Akala ko hindi kasama sa i-announce mo eh. Alam ko kasi you are in collaboration with the NCC regarding this Christmas Bazaar. So ulitin nga natin, kailan nga ito uli, Melanie?
December 2 at
December
the at the National Arts Center, from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m.
10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Yes.
And there's a
Yes.
show.
Yeah, ito na. I will announce also kasi ano siya December 2 yung last day that this
Performance.
musical will run. Yeah. So the next announcement namin is the Prison Dancer musical. Well, this musical is it's produced, directed, and it will be shown at the NAC. But we are promoting the sale of the tickets because PCC is selling them at discounted prices.
Okay.
And it will run from from November 24 until December 2. So if say you get the ticket on December 2, you spend the whole day dun sa Paskong Pinoy Christmas Bazaar, and then in the evening you watch the Prison Dancer musical.
Yun. That's it.
Diba?
That's your day in December 2, Kuya
Yes.
Dan.
But you can also opt to buy tickets dun sa schedule na November 24 until December. I don't know if it's the next is November 30, but the play date is November 24 until December 2.
Mhm.
And again, the tickets are the pricing. Meron kaming for example, if they sell it at $74, we just sell it at $70. Something like that. It's $54, it's just $50, something like that.
Discount.
So just again, go to our PCC Facebook page, and if you want to buy the tickets, just message us doon sa Facebook page ng PCC, and someone will talk to you and make arrangements how you can get the ticket and the payment transfer and whatnot.
Beautiful.
Mm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Doon sa Christmas Bazaar, Melanie, meron bang mga exhibitor doon? Are people who have, like crafts to share? Will they be
Yes.
welcome and be able to put up their own display?
Yes.
May
Yes.
parol daw sila dun.
Good.
I'm not sure if they have the parol supplier, if that person signed up. But what I know is there will be food, Filipino food. There will
Wow.
be
Punta tayo, Regina.
Punta
Madelaine.
tayo, oo. So,
yeah.
So I think we will my December 2 would be a-attend ako doon sa bazaar, but I think I will watch the show on another night kung wala kayong day noong show, because December 2, Kuya Dan, is the Hiligay noon Christmas party
Oh,
in the
yes.
evening.
Yeah.
So we will be at the
Lots of
Hiligay.
events happening in our Munting community. Actually, hindi na natin po pwedeng i-describe na Munti ang community ng Filipino dito sa atin. We are truly growing, and entrepreneurs, Filipino entrepreneurs are, coming up, stepping up.
I'm so glad about that.
Yeah, and actually, one of these things, one of the entrepreneurial activities of our kababayans is soon to be experienced dito sa Ottawa. Sandok Restaurant. Authentic Kapampangan food will be shared and enjoyed. Yan.
Kailan tayo pupunta?
Hindi ko alam kung kailan at kung saan, pero si Madelaine alam niya.
Gusto ko yan.
Yeah, I think Sandok is like Taste of Pampanga. It's their Kapampangans, and it's the first cultural restaurant in town. So you will experience like a transition between modern and the traditional way of eating and the food is made traditionally too, like from having a singkocha marinated and everything. It's forbidden to use instant pouches and open canned food. Even tomato sauce is made from scratch.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think don't quote me in this one. I think they're asking our community who have like garden vegetable planters behind their
Oh.
house
Mhm.
during the harvest season. They can go to the restaurant and sell their harvest there.
Look at that! Maraming mga Pinoy na may garden sa kanilang likod. O
Yeah.
ayan, puwede nilang ibenta yung kanilang ano, yung kanilang mga tanim sa restaurant. This is very, very exciting po talaga. Mhm.
Yeah, I'm happy that actually like I heard a lot about it, and I'm a little bit part of it as an advisor, but as a consultant. But it's actually like exciting to have cuisine from my own town, like kay Kuya Dan too,
Kuya
because it's
Dan,
also
oo.
different. Yeah,
I'll be telling them, kaluguran da ka.
yeah, kaluguranda ka. It's actually nice. Yeah.
May kanta kasi ganyan, request lagi ng mga katinig yun dati. So that's exciting yung Sandok. About the Christmas parties naman coming up. So you have December to Hiligay noon. December 3, sila Vision group. December 16, sila La Flor. Formal event po yun. Sana makapunta kayo. That's December 16.
That would be at the Centurion Conference Center, and that is actually an event sponsored and put together by the FO3 Academy, Basketball Academy po yan, headed by Raiden Almaden and Leflor Suelio of Trust Care Pharmacy. Yeah. And Regina and I will be there.
Yes, we will be there. Exciting.
So truly, the Philcan community of Ottawa is growing. Ano talaga, robust na talaga yung grupo natin dito. And no wonder we are being sought now by politicians. Dati-rati po, nung nag-uumpisa pa lang ang Tinig Pinoy Radio, hirap na hirap kaming mag-invite ng mga politicians, yung mga nakaupo dyan. Pero ngayon po, ayun na ngayon ang ina-approach nila because they know that the Filipino community is truly growing and they need the support of our community.
Sa December 9, Kuya Dan, ang PCGA Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary sa December 9 ang kanilang Christmas party.
Oh, wow. Talaga
Ayan,
naman.
puno na ang December schedule mo, Kuya Dan, ha? Melanie, Madelaine, ayan, mula December 2, December 3, December 9, December 16. That's it. Booked.
Siguro by December, yung Sandok Restaurant po pwede na mag-host ng mga culinary event. Yung consultant, hindi ko nakikibo eh.
And by the way, about the PCC representative, what is most beautiful about what you guys are doing is that you have this available fund that the youth can access, but what you're doing is you are teaching them first, so they know what to do with it. And education is extremely important. No one is going to succeed in any endeavor, project, or business if you do not have knowledge on how to go about it. So, salamat po sa buong PCC for such thoughtful programs.
Thank you. No, thank you also for offering Tinig Pinoy to be our platform also to share our initiatives. And to be honest, ako rin, I'm very happy that I found PCC because finally I am connected also with my kababayans here in Canada. And kasi meron tayong thinking na parang wala akong resources, wala akong, I don't know anyone here, but here we are now. We are alive, we're kicking, and we always have you in mind. Yun ang aming talagang pinopursue.
Isa sa mga bagay na visibly happening and experience and now to be enjoyed by our kababayan in Ottawa is that, halimbawa, yung NAC, in the past, medyo ang tingin ng mga tao dyan, medyo para sa mga taga-alta
Yeah.
society yan. Pero
Oo.
ngayon, can you imagine a Christmas bazaar
Mm-mm.
featuring the Filipino culture is to be held at the NAC. And bakit na nga ba, ang narinig ko parang ang yatang director ng NAC ngayon, Pilipino din.
Yes,
So,
yes,
kaya,
she's Filipina. And if I may add, Kuya Dan, that's why we're supporting the prison dancer. Kasi
Right.
ano siya, the story is very Filipino. Ito yung ating dancing inmates.
Right.
It's inspired by them. And the cast, the crew, the director, and of course, the theater director is Filipino, are Filipinos. So,
Yeah.
'di ba, sariling atin.
Yeah. So, ganyan po katindi ang impact na nakikreate na ng ating community ngayon dito
Yes.
sa National Capital Region. Sabi nga nila, hindi na bals-wals ang Pilipino ngayon dito. Tayo po ay significant part na ng ating community.
Yes.
So, ang NAC magpipresent ng Filipino-oriented activity ngayong Nobyembre hanggang Disyembre. Meron na tayong Himlayang Filipino Garden dedicated sa ating mga namayapang minamahal. Ano ba hanapin natin? And we have a radio program that's been running for 31 years now. And don't forget, mga nanonood at nakikinig sa TINIG Pinoy Radio, funding drive po ng CKCU ngayon. And yung donation ninyo, importante to sustain the unique and quality programming of CKCU 93.1 FM na naging host a radio station ng TINIG Pinoy for the last 31 years. So please, open your heart, sama na rin yung mga wallet sa inyong mga donation. Okay? Pasyalan lamang po ninyo ang CKCU FM, ckcufm.com. Yung pong website. Meron pong donate button, just hit on it, and then it will lead you to the funding page, funding drive page. And you can also do that sa ating Facebook page sa TINIG Pinoy at saka sa ating YouTube channel. Nandoon po yung link. You just click on it and it's up to you to decide how much money you want to share sa CKCU 93.1 FM. And with
mas maigi siguro, Kuya Dan, they can message us also para ibigay namin yung direct link na po. Dire-diretso na kayo sa TINIG Pinoy.
At makikita po ninyo doon, pagka nag-donate kayo, lalabas kaagad yung pangalan ninyo. It doesn't matter po kahit magkano ang gusto nyo i-donate. Pero katulad na nabanggit namin ni Regina kanina, from $25, meron kayong tax receipt, pampababa ng babayaran yung taxes. At $75, you get a chance to win the 300 package that every day is made available during our funding drive, which will be until the 18th of November. So ilang araw na lamang po ang natitira para ma-meet natin yung target na sinet ng CKCU para sa funding drive 2023. And although it pains me to say this, we are about to say our goodbyes for today. So I'd like to give the opportunity to Madelaine Maguire to once again remind our kababayan regarding the upcoming event tomorrow's Capital Homes and Himlayang Filipino Garden. Madelaine?
Yes, thank you. Maraming salamat po. Huwag kalimutan pumunta bukas. Let's embrace our culture and let's be proud of it. And most of all, let's continue it for our future generations. Culture that we grew up with, let's show it to Canada. Let's bring it here and let's love it. You know, we don't have to be like forget about it because we're here. So those are things that you want to experience. Let's share it to our neighbors, our friends who are Canadians, so they can actually experience it as well. So I'll see you tomorrow from 2 to 4 for our socializing and storytelling. And then from 5 o'clock, we'll light our candles and float them in the pond. See you tomorrow. Thank you so much. And thank you, TINIG Pinoy, for having me here.
Thank you, Madelaine. And PCC's representative, Melanie Radovan.
Yes, thank you, TINIG Pinoy. And just to remind everyone that ang deadline po ng registration for the Youth Civic Engagement Lab program is until tomorrow. But for the that will be for the training workshop. That will be on November 10 to 12. But for the microgrant phase, we will be announcing it soon, yung magiging details niya and mechanics. So again, just follow us at PCC Philippine Center Canada Ottawa on Facebook. On Instagram, it's PCC Ottawa, and our website is pcc-ottawa.ca. And also for the programs or the activities that I announced earlier, you can also check out our social media and our our website for more details. Salamat again, Tinig Pinoy.
Thank you. Maraming salamat. Melanie Radovan and Madelaine Maguire. There she is. Okay. Regina, how about you? What are you to say sa ating mga viewers and listeners?
Nako, maraming salamat po. Taos-puso po ako nagpapasalamat sa CKCU 93.1 FM for the 23 years that they allowed us, me on Tinig Pinoy, hosting at CKCU 93.1 FM. And we are because of this, we have so many volunteers that had been through Tinig Pinoy, and the life experiences that we have through CKCU 93.1 FM is priceless and precious. So salamat po, and hopefully marami pa pong mag-donate sa Tinig Pinoy, CKCU 93.1 FM. And Kuya Dan, thank you so much for having me all these years.
It is a pleasure, Regina. You've been a wonderful partner in serving our community in the last 31 years. Kayo din po, mga kababayan dito sa Ottawa, National Capital Region, and even outside Canada. We'd like to thank you and say again our continuous request na suportahan natin ang CKCU FM funding drive for 2023 to help the station sustain and provide more quality and unique programming like Tinig Pinoy Radio. Salamat din po sa ating mga admins dito sa Tinig Pinoy Radio who consistently serve our munting community. We have about 32,000 members in Tinig Pinoy Group. And pasensya na po, my apologies for not holding our usual munting ruleta pa premyo. I promise, next weekend po, we will hold it. And we will double the prices instead of...
Aba, generous si Kuya Dan.
Okay. So maraming salamat po sa inyo lahat, sa ating guest, Madelaine Maguire, Melanie Radovan, and of course kay MeryAnn Jamil ng MeryAnn Spa. Maraming salamat po sa inyo lahat na nakikinig at nanonood. On Tuesday, wag po niyo kalimutan, mapapakinggan niyo sa kanyang kabuuan ng programang ito sa CKCU 93.1 FM at 6 o'clock Tuesday. But you don't have to do that if you are not in the hearing distance or bandwidth of CKCU. You can also go to our website, tinigpinoy.com, or sa website ng CKCU, ckcufm.com. You can tune in and listen to this program. And to all, maraming salamat po. Have a wonderful weekend. Mga taga-Ottawa, see you tomorrow sa Himlayang Filipino. Bye-bye. Henry.
Bye.
Bye-bye.